In my opinion, Africa hasn't got problems. Africa has got a problem. And the problem of Africa is a spiritual problem. And spiritual problems need spiritual solutions. And when I say the African problem is a spiritual problem, I'm not only talking about a religious problem. I'm talking about a problem that has to do with the mind and has to do with the human spirit. It has to do with the human identity. It has to do with who we are, what we believe in. And so it has a spiritual part, which can be religious, but it has a spiritual part, a spiritual component that has to do with the mind and with the spirit. How we conceive ourselves, how we define ourselves, how we portray ourselves to others. Because everybody knows the different problems that Africa has. And everybody is a master on the African problem. But why is it that we are unable to reach the solutions? It has to do with the spirit. It has to do with the beliefs we have. It has to do with our self identity. How do we see ourselves? What do we believe in? And what values do we have? That is what determines action. If we believe so much in corruption, so much in others more than ourselves, we have a problem. If we believe that the products that are produced in the West are better than those that are made in Africa, we have a problem. If we believe that through doing harm to a brother or a sister, we are more powerful, that we can sell a brother to the devil so as to get money, we have a problem. If we believe that having money, just ourselves, is more important than sharing wealth in the community, we have a problem. When we believe that the white person is better than us, there's something wrong with us. When we pray to God for miracles instead of praying for good doctors, there's something wrong with us. When we pray for deliverance instead of praying for a good hospital, for good roads, there's something wrong with us. When we believe that a girl that is light skinned and a child that is light skinned is more beautiful than a black person, there's something extremely wrong with us. When we believe that the boy is handsome because he is light skinned, there's something wrong with us. And it is not enough just to say, let us change it round. The question is, how did we come to that? How did we come to such beliefs? That is why I say it is a spiritual problem. It has to do with the mind and it has to do with the spirit. Because we have a notion of ourselves, we have an identity problem. The way we perceive ourselves, the way we convey ourselves, the way we relate with others is not true to who we are. It responds to an idea that has been put in us. All of these factors determine the results that we have. And that's why I say it is a spiritual problem. And if we don't go to the root, and if we don't start solving it as a spiritual problem, all the rest will be blah, blah, blah. We have to start defining who we are in the first place. And when we talk about who we are, we're talking about who we are as Africans, as people. Where do you come from? And that brings us to the question, to the religious problem. In which God do you believe in as an African? And what does that belief inculcate in you? What does that belief push you to do? How does that belief condition your action? How has your belief in whatever framed your values and consequently your actions and consequently the results that you bring on the table in the world arena. This is a spiritual battle. And if we don't face it as a spiritual battle, we are doomed for failure.